Hello everyone, today is Sunday, March 20th, 2016, and happy first day of spring and happy Palm Sunday to everybody. I'm going to be finishing in Psalm 42 today. I'm going to be doing verses 5 through 11, so I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera to the scripture. It says, "Why are you cast down, O my soul, and why are you in turmoil within me? Hope in God, for I shall again praise him, my salvation and my God." So, in verse 5, even though his soul is worn down and in turmoil, he still reminds himself that he needs to just keep hoping in God, because one day he'll be able to praise him again. So, if you're going through turmoil or you're going through some hard time with your heart right now, if you're going through heartbreak, um, I just encourage you to hope in God, because, people are going to cause heartbreak, and you can't trust anybody anymore these days, but you can always hope in God because He's always going to be faithful. Then it says, "My soul is cast down within me, therefore I remember you from the land of Jordan and of Hermon, from Mount Mizar." So, even though his soul is cast down, it says he still remembers God. And so that's very powerful. And that's usually when we depend on God the most, is when our heart is broken. That's when we need God the most. But I'd encourage you to seek God all the time. Now, 7 says, "Deep calls to deep at the roar of your waterfalls. All your breakers and your waves have gone over me. By day the Lord commands his steadfast love, and at night his song is with me, a prayer to the God of my life." So, God does send his love in waves, and it's steadfast and patient love. And it says, "At night his song is with me, a prayer to the God of my life." He calls him the God of his life. So that's a real sign of real surrender and love to God. 9 says, "I say to God, my rock, why have you forgotten me? Why do I go mourning because of the oppression of the enemy?" I'm gonna stop right there, because um, some of you might be going through this. This is definitely something that I'm going through. So I sometimes feel that God's forgetting me too, because I'm having to deal with oppression. I'm having to deal with spiritual enemies, and sometimes people that can act like your enemy physically, like on earth. And then 10 says, "As with a deadly wound in my bones, my adversaries taunt me, while they say to me all the day long, 'Where is your God?'" So this goes to continue what I was saying, is you have people who will taunt you, who will oppress you and ask, "Where is your God?" And so I just encourage you to keep seeking God here. Because he asked God, "Why have you forgotten me?" But he's still seeking God there. Then 11 says, "Why are you so cast down, O my soul, and why are you in turmoil with me?" Once again he says this, and this time he says it because of his turmoil with his enemies. But he still says hope in God. So, no matter, you can still hope in God and trust in him, and know that he's going to be faithful to you. So, I just want to encourage you to seek God and to hope in him. No matter what. And especially with this week coming up, Easter, and celebrating Jesus' resurrection and his power over death. I just want to encourage you to have a stronger hope in God. And I hope that you have a blessed week.